firearms or other weapons. Bond is set in the amount of $250. You are already being held on a felony matter. On this misdemeanor, you're going to be seen tomorrow at 1 o'clock, represented by Adam Waters, attorney. You're excused.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hello, what's your name?
Agent Alberto Tadeo Lopez.
Okay. You have an arrest warrant out of Marana City Court on a shoplifting charge from 2022. So what happened that you didn't go to court?
I got incarcerated.
For what?
Prohibited possessor. I've been in court. I'm here on the page 2 right now, actually looking at some other charges. I just signed a plea today, so they're gonna sentence me on the 7th, and I may be getting sent back to prison again.
Okay. I'm going to set bond in the amount of $250. You're going to be seen on this on the 8th. That's Monday at 12 p.m. Noon. Represented by Janet Altschuler. Okay, you're excused.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, what's your name?
My name is Jose Miguel Santa Maria.
Say again.
Jose Miguel Santa Maria.
Okay, thank you. Charged with disorderly conduct fighting. Order that you not initiate contact with the other person. No alcohol or drugs. No firearms or other weapons. Bond is set to $250. You're going to be represented by attorney Douglas Taylor, and you're going to be seen on this tomorrow at 1 o'clock, Pima County Justice Court. You're excused. Hello, what's your name?
Edward Taglino Carrillo.
Okay. Do we have a public defender there?
Yes, Your Honor. Good evening.
Okay, good evening. All right, so you're charged with weapons misconduct, possession, and aggravated assault, narcotics possession. Let's see. So you were previously held on a $25,000 bond, And the county attorney is recommending that we confirm that earlier bond. I'm supposing that they're not asking for anything additional. And they'll correct me if I'm incorrect on that. No contact with the alleged, and the charges are, I already read the charge. No contact with the alleged victim, no firearms or other weapons, no alcohol or drugs. And don't go back to the location of the alleged incident.
And Your Honor, this is the state. I was just unclear if these were added charges or a new case. If they're
I think
added
they're
charges.
added charges.
Okay, then we would just ask to, yes, affirm the bond. If it was gonna be a new case, I was just gonna ask for a concurrent bond in the same amount, but.
So Judge, I mean, if he's already being held on a $25,000 bond, if the court wants to modify and reduce it, I'm absolutely no objection to that, but if.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, then I agree with the prosecutor, Judge.
Okay. Okay, we'll confirm the earlier bond. April 15th, 1:30, public defender appointed. Your excuse.
Oh, sorry.
Hello, what's your name, sir?
Manuel Flores?
Mr. Flores, you're charged with criminal damage. You are being held on another matter, a couple of other matters in Tucson City Court. On this case, we're ordering no alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or other weapons, don't have contact with the alleged victim, stay away from the incident location.
Okay.
State's recommending $500 bond and pretrial services supervision if posted. Any objection?
No, Judge, I think that's reasonable. Thank you.
Okay. Court date is April 15th, 1:30, public defender appointed. Your excuse, sir.
This is for you, sir. So, Your Honor, if I may, I believe, has he refused before? He has, right?
Yes.
So, Your Honor, he has a probation hold anyway. I
Who are
think.
you talking about?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Enrique Vasquez.
Yeah, I think he refused this morning.
So, Your Honor, I'm willing to waive his presence if the court's okay with that.
Okay, I'm good with it.
Okay, thank you, Judge. So he has a probation hold in Pima County anyway. I believe he needs to be seen on a warrant out of Santa Cruz County. And Your Honor, I have the name of the attorney on the Santa Cruz County case. So if the court wants to impose a bond and for time credit purposes and appoint the listed attorney whose name is Enrique Gonzalez Sr.
Wait a minute, Enrique.
Gonzalez Senior.
Gonzalez ending in an S or a Z?
Gonzalez is ending in an S, Your Honor.
All right.
And Your Honor, since he's being held on a probation matter anyway without bond, we ask that you consider a $1,000 bond for time credit purposes.
Okay, we'll hear from the state on that.
Judge, I believe since it's out of county, I guess.
Oh, then, okay. $2,500 bond, May 6th, 9 o'clock. No alcohol or drugs, and no firearms or other weapons.
This is Enrique. This is what Enrique Vasquez, if you see him. Yeah. 25.
Judge, I believe this one's a misdemeanor. Can I be right back, please? Thank you.
Hello, what's your name? Okay, you've got a warrant on assault and domestic violence, disorderly conduct, DV assault, DUI. $500 bond is listed on the warrant. You got another warrant on a DV assault, also 500, and you've got a new case of shoplifting. On those warrants, I'm going to reduce those bonds to $250, appoint Douglas Taylor to represent you, and you will be seen tomorrow at 1 o'clock. On the shoplifting charge, 100, and also attorney Douglas Taylor. Don't go to any Circle K, no contact with the alleged victims, no alcohol or illegal drugs, and you'll be seen on that tomorrow also at 1 o'clock. You're excused. Hello, sir. What's your name?
My name is Mikhail Aronoff, Your Honor.
Okay. Spell your last name.
Aronov.
Okay, good. Thank you. So, you were charged back in July of 2022 in the city court, disorderly conduct and assault. And you failed to appear last October.
I wasn't aware of that. I thought that.
Just a minute, just a minute. You also failed to appear in September of 2022. And before that, you failed to appear in July of 2022. And you were seen while you were in custody, so somewhere along the line, you had to know about this. So what happened? Why didn't you go to court?
So when I was here last time, I had seen, the court on video, but I had other cases, and I just got sentenced today to DOC in prison. I wasn't aware that I had any misdemeanor pending.
Like I said, you were seen.
They told me to keep. They told me to keep calling pretrial like I've been doing, and I'm afraid. I'm sorry. There's a.
You got a Department of Corrections hold.
I'm sorry, what was that, Your Honor?
You said you were sentenced to DOC, right?
Yes, today.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna set the bond of 250, and you're gonna be seen on video April 12th, 1:45. City Public Defenders going to be representing you. So you can take care of these if that's what you want to do. April 12th.
And if not, what's the other option?
Well, that's something you can talk over with your public defender, sir, your city public defender.
City.
I can't give you any advice on that. Okay? You're excused.
Thank you.
Hello, what's your name?
Darius Ross.
Okay. So you were charged with reckless driving back in December of 2020. You failed to appear that same year in December at your arraignment at city court. There was a motion to quash that was set for April 19th of 2021. You failed to appear for that. And here we are. So why didn't you take care of this at city court? You have another file as well. 2019, you were charged with assault and disorderly conduct, and same pattern of failing to appear. So what happened that you didn't take care of these at city court?
I was homeless and going through a lot of drug use at the time. I was sobering up, and I honestly just couldn't make it down there and forgot to go. Otherwise, I would have squashed it. I would have went to it.
Well, you filed a motion to quash and you still didn't go.
Yeah, I was, like I said, I was homeless at the time and trying to stay sober off of drugs.
I'm going to order that you not contact the alleged victim, do not return to the incident location, no alcohol or drugs. And we're going to set a $250 bond. You'll be represented by the city public defender, and you're going to be seen on video April 12th at 1:45. And perhaps you can take care of this at that time. You're excused. Well, now it disappeared entirely. You got a picture.
Good evening, Your Honor.
Good evening.
Your Honor, there are no Spanish speakers on my list tonight. May I be excused?
Can the jail confirm no Spanish speakers?
There is no Spanish speakers, Your Honor.
Okay, yes, you're excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Well, that's odd. Somebody's invisible. I don't know which one. Or is that something else?
This is the YouTube stream.
Oh,
This is right here.
oh, that's live.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
All right. Hello, sir. What's your name?
Jonathan Angus.
you doing, Your Honor?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I've had better days.
Okay, you've got a charge of recklessly displaying a weapon, deadly weapon. And I'm gonna order that you not possess any firearms or other weapons, no alcohol or illegal drugs, do not commit any acts of domestic violence, no contact of any kind with Jorge Gutierrez Gonzalez, stay away from his home and workplace. You wanted to say something? You should talk to the.
Actually, Your Honor,
You should talk to the attorney seated next to you before you talk to me about it.
We're ready, Judge. Thank you so much.
Okay. Anyway, and then after this, you've got a misdemeanor case. The county attorney is recommending that I hold you on a $2,500 bond with pretrial services supervision if posted. We'll hear from defense counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. So Jonathan, I understand this offense involves the use of a gun, but the court should note that Jonathan has no criminal history at all. He's 1 on 6 on all the FTA and NCA scales. The class of felony is a class 6 felony, Your Honor, and we also have in the interim that the gun was never pointed at the victim. And Your Honor, the court should also note a Title 36 hold. And Your Honor, pretrial is recommending release on his own signature. So I believe there is alternate housing where he can go to away from the victim. So for those reasons, we ask the court to consider release.
You say the gun was never pointed at the other person?
Correct, Judge. I believe it was pointed towards the ground.
Well, what I read here is it was pointed at the door, and there was somebody on the other side of the door. Or did I read that incorrectly?
No, Your Honor's correct. But I believe that when they confirmed with the victim, there was never a threat that he faced. It's something on those lines is what he said. So, and for that reason, Your Honor, I'm asking the court to consider release.
Okay, we'll hear from the county attorney.
Your Honor, we are asking for the $2,500 bond. There was a deadly weapon involved, a handgun. The victim does feel like he is a continual risk and objects to his release. And additionally, the defendant is facing mandatory prison time if convicted due to the dangerous nature allegation that would be filed along with this case. While the victim, well, at one point he didn't point it at the victim, like the court noted, he did point it at the gun where the victim was on the other, or he pointed it at the door and the victim was on the other side of that door. As such, we do believe a bond is appropriate and we would ask for $2,500 plus release to pretrial service if the bond is posted, as well as the additional conditions of not possessing a firearm, not consuming alcohol or drugs, and immediate no contact with Jorge Gutierrez Gonzalez.
All right, thank you. Okay, in addition to what I already said, $1,500 bond, pretrial services supervision posted April 15th at 1:30, and the legal defender is appointed to represent you. You also have a misdemeanor case in Pima County Justice Court, threats and intimidation. Let's see if there is a statement here. All right. There's also threats and intimidation involving a threat against a deputy. We're gonna order on that one that you have no contact with the alleged victim. And again, no alcohol or drugs, no firearms or other weapons. Stay away from the victim's residence and workplace.
How is that possible if we work at the same employer?
Well, I don't know what your employment situation is, sir.
We both work for the same employer, VetSec Security,
Well,
and my employer was investigating Mr. Gutierrez for embezzlement
are you
or.
sure you want to be telling me all this? Because they're recording this, sir. I think you should remain silent and talk to a lawyer, and I'm gonna give you one. Okay.
How do I post my bond?
Okay, on the misdemeanor bond is set at 500. Attorney Douglas Taylor is appointed to represent you. And you're gonna be seen in Pima County Justice Court tomorrow at 1 p.m.
Which one's that?
You're excused.
Two separate attorneys.
Hello, what's your name?
Michael John Burnett?
Okay. All right, you are charged with the complaint. Apparently you have a warrant that I don't have a copy of in Pima County Superior Court on a weapons misconduct charge. We're gonna order no alcohol or drugs, no firearms or other weapons. And the county attorney is recommending pretrial services supervision, enhanced, cooperate with pretrial services. Your court date is April 11th at 1:30. Contract attorney Jill Thorpe is appointed to represent you. And that's that. You're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Review everything, you vote for him? Okay.
Good evening. What's your name?
Charles Ferguson.
All right, Mr. Ferguson, you're charged with possession of a narcotic drug and possession of drug paraphernalia. The state is moved to dismiss this case without prejudice. It is possible that it will come back at a future date. It is dismissed. And I don't know why Smart Court is marked since it's being dismissed. Suppose that's one of life's mysteries. You're excused, sir.
Your Honor, I believe he had some sort of misdemeanor warrants.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, that's what pretrial's report indicated, so.
I'm
They're out
not
of county and
seeing-
okay, my apologies, Judge. They're out of county, non-extraditable.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, great.
Hello, sir. What's your name?
Good morning. Good afternoon. My name is Raul Lozoya.
All right, sir. You are charged with narcotic drugs for sale, prohibited possessor, misconduct involving weapons during a narcotics offense, possession of paraphernalia, no order, no alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or other weapons, and no contact with your co-defendants. State recommending a $5,000 bond with pretrial service provision if posted. We'll hear from defense counsel.
Thank you, Judge. The court should first note that pretrial services is recommending release. This is not a violent felony offense. It does not involve a victim. Your Honor, Mr. Lozoya has stayed in Tucson for 54 years. His mother can provide third-party custody and transport. And Your Honor, we understand that he has many felony convictions. And if he takes this case to trial, he is facing mandatory prison time. However, the court should note that he has no failures to appear in the last 2 years. So he has no problem going to court. And he has a job, Judge, so we ask that you follow pretrial's recommendation. Thank you.
All right, we'll hear from the county attorney.
Your Honor, multiple drugs were found in the car, as well as a bag containing over $1,800 in cash. There's multiple weapons in the car. There was a bag with fentanyl pills that weighed over 52 grams. Each fentanyl pill weighs approximately 0.1 gram is my understanding. So that's a significant amount of fentanyl pills given the danger of the pills to the community. We are asking, and additionally, we note that Mr. Lozoya was just recently discharged from probation in November of 2023. We would ask for a $5,000 bond plus pretrial services if the bond is posted.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, may I say something, please?
I would suggest that you not, that you instead might want to talk to the attorney seated next to you.
Your Honor, I just have a job, and I'm working, and I know I made a mistake, and I just want to. Can you please release me, Your Honor? I'll give you my word, I'm not.
Bond is set at 5,000, pretrial services supervision if posted. April 15th, 1:30, and the public defender's appointed, sir. You're excused.
That right there. You still got down there.
Am I missing something?
Your Honor, quick question.
Yes.
Mr. Ferguson, does the box for release of pretrial services still need to be checked even though the case was dismissed?
No. I probably just forgot that much of it. Okay.
Hello, what's your name, sir?
I am Paul David Navarrete.
Just a minute. Okay, you're charged with narcotics for sale, prohibited possession, misconduct involving weapons during a narcotics offense, and possession of paraphernalia. No order, no alcohol or drugs, no firearms or other weapons. Don't go back to the incident location. And don't have contact with the co-defendant. The county attorney's asking for a $2,500 bond with pretrial services supervision if posted. We'll hear from defense counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Navarrete has no failures to appear in the last 2 years. We understand he has a felony history too, but no failures to appear. He's a lifelong Tucson resident. Your Honor, his mother can provide third-party custody and transport.
Hey, be quiet.
For those reasons, Judge, we ask you to consider release at this time, but if you're absolutely not inclined, then we ask that the bond be no more than $1,000. And that's it, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let's hear from the county attorney.
Your Honor, this is the co-defendant from the previous case against multiple guns were found in the car, as well as a container that had 52 grams of fentanyl pills, which is a significant amount of fentanyl. There was also cash found consistent with drug sales. I believe on the defendant's hip holster, he had a gun directly in his possession. It was on his hip. Given all of that, we do ask for the $2,500 bond plus release to pretrial services if the bond is posted.
All right, thank you. 2,500 for trial services supervision if posted. April 15th, 1:30, legal defender appointed. You're excused. Yes.
Robertson won't be being seen tonight.
Why?
He's having some issues with us.
It's not compliant.
Yeah, he's not compliant with us.
Is that refusal then?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. We'll reset it for tomorrow morning. Take care. All right, well, I guess that's the second day. Hello, sir, what's your name?
Good evening, I'm David Romero.
Mr.
Romero, let's see. You've got an arrest warrant out of Pima County Superior Court, charge listed possession of narcotic drug for sale. Bond on the warrant is $50,000. That's what the county attorney is recommending, along with pretrial services supervision. If that bond is posted, at a minimum, we'll order no alcohol or drugs, no firearms or other weapons, and don't go back to the incident location. And we'll hear from defense counsel as to the bond.
Thank you, Your Honor. So Mr. Romero did make a good faith effort by reaching out to the court and asking to update his address. For some reason, he couldn't get through because they correctly advised him that there was no active case, so he couldn't do that at that time. We advised them to let the post office know that they've moved to a different location so mail can be forwarded. Unfortunately, it seems like that didn't happen here. So, Your Honor, but pretrial is recommending release on his own signature. So we will ask the court to consider release to pretrial services. But if the court's absolutely not inclined, then given he has absolutely no criminal history, we ask that the bond be somewhere closer to the 5,000 mark. Thank you.
All right, we'll hear from the county attorney.
Your Honor, this is an attorney general case, so unfortunately I am somewhat limited in my information. However, in my experience, the attorney general's office does not charge small amounts of for sale. So I'm guessing that whatever was charged in this case is a significant amount of drugs. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't have any more information. So I would ask for the amount that was listed on the warrant.
If I may speak, if that's possible.
I would suggest that you not, unless you talk first to the attorney seated next to you. Otherwise, you may dig yourself into a larger hole.
I just wanted to say that I did reach out multiple times to the court system asking if I had any update for my case, and I was given the incorrect information. I was told that there was no update and that there was no court date given to me, which is why I did not attend court.
And Judge, it is a refiled matter, so I'm sure the court.
I was told it was dismissed.
Yeah, so it was dismissed and refiled, and that is accurate. It's noted in the pretrial report, Judge.
All right, thank you. All right, I'm gonna release you the supervision of pretrial services. Your court date is April 11th at 1:30. And the public defender is appointed to represent you. The other conditions I've already mentioned.
Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you.
And Your Honor, this was pretrial services?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Good evening. What's your name, sir?
Nick Sandoval.
Okay, you have both felony and misdemeanors. I see you have a probation hold. Your felony charge. I don't have a copy of this warrant. Pima County Superior Court narcotic drug violation. And the state is recommending a $500 bond with pretrial services supervision if posted. Any objection to that?
Given the probation hold, no objection, Judge.
No alcohol or drugs, no firearms or other weapons. Don't go back to the incident location. Cooperate with pretrial services. April 11th, 1:30 is your court date. Public defender is appointed. Probation hold noted. The next item is you have a warrant out of Pima County Justice Court on a drug paraphernalia case. And you have another warrant on a shoplifting case. And you have a couple of warrants, paraphernalia, and trespassing in Tucson City Court. So what happened? These two different courts apparently didn't go. What happened?
Wasn't able to go. I lost count of the dates and everything.
All right, sir. Is there some reason why you all are muted now?
No, Judge. Sorry.
Okay. All right. On the Pima County matters, I'll note the probation hold and the felony hold. I'm going to release you on those matters. You are going to be seen on video though, and that'll be next Tuesday, the 9th. Approve that. Okay, both of those, the 9th at 1 o'clock. As to Tucson City Court, no return to the incident location, no alcohol or illegal drugs. And Attorney Jeff Rikovich is appointed to represent you. And okay, video review, or we do non-transport review, then is May 3rd at 2:30. And that's Tucson City Court. Your excuse, sir.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
You too, Judge. Thank you. Have a good evening, Jocelyn.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.